Hey, what's up, guys? It's Will with Exposing the IWC, and today, hope all's well, first of all. And today, we're going to be talking about what happened last night on Monday Night Raw. Oh boy, I actually have a lot of things I want to talk about beyond Raw. I want to talk about what happened with this whole WWE in Japan thing. I want to talk about what's happening with Myrie Gold and Rossi and Julia and NXT and what's happening with that. I want to talk about the PLE this Saturday. But I feel like if I did that, this stream would be a mess. Okay, so I'm just going to focus on Monday Night Raw for this stream, and we'll talk about what's happening with Julia and Rossi and Myrie Gold and the whole WWE Japan scene later, and we'll talk about what's happening later with the PLE in Saudi Arabia. We'll put all that aside. We'll just focus on what happened last night, because a lot of shit happened last night, honestly. So there's plenty to talk about just from last night. All right. What's up, Pedro? What's up, folks? Yeah, a lot happened last night. So, but the big thing that happened was the bigger things was IYO losing, and this whole narrative that she's been buried. Right? She lost. She's buried. There's a whole narrative about Gunther winning and beating the Heat Man. You know, you have Braun Breaker stories. You got what's happening with Chad Gable. You got what's happening with what else? Sami Zayn. So a lot of stuff that's happened last night. Oh, and also the IWC is kind of having issues with the Becky Lynch Liv Morgan feud. They are struggling with it, and I'm talking about that. I'll give my thoughts on why I think that is. So there's plenty to talk about from Raw. Plenty. First of all, before I dive into what happened last night, we're going to start with Lyra, Valkyria, and IYO. For those of you who are in here, first of all, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not. And if you're watching this on replay, do me a favor and leave a comment below and tell me your thoughts on Raw. First things first, when it comes to Lyra and IYO, right call or wrong call? Let me ask you, okay, before I even get started, do you think it was the right call or the wrong call to have IYO Sky lose? I've seen both ways. People have made valid points. What say you? Should IYO have won, or are you happy that Lyra Valkyria has gotten this push and that she's getting pushed to the forefront pretty early? What do you say? Really good match. Lyra was the right call. IYO was just champion. She's been a tag champion. She doesn't need Queen in the ring. Okay. Right call. Okay. I'm glad new call up got some shine. Okay. I hear Richard. I see Pedro. Right call. Right call. What from a fan perspective, from my personal preference, my personal fandom, my personal enjoyment, would I have loved to see IYO Sky cook some more? Sure. I love IYO Sky in the ring. I understand it from a booking standpoint though. Building new women's division is the right call. Right. I hear you. There was mixed reactions from the crowd. Crowd was into it. Yeah, crowd was into it. Sometimes they were for Lyra, sometimes they were for IYO. So that was good. There's nothing wrong with a mixed crowd, a balanced crowd. You just wanted to be loud. It felt like a few times they were trying to get into it. Ultimately, they did get into it, so that was good. Well, let's start talking about this whole... I'll give you my thoughts on the booking and all that stuff. We'll just talk about what happened leading up to it, right? So IYO Sky comes in. She's rolling in pretty cool. Matter of fact, I think I have this. I don't think it'll get copyright strike if I show this. IYO came in rolling deep, you know, looking cool in her new whip, rolling up to the venue. Here we go. She arrives in style. IYO does. She came in hot to Raw, folks. She came in hot. Look at this whip she's driving. Cool IYO, you know, came in. A lot of people thought, oh, look how cool she is. She's going to win. Not so fast, folks. Not so fast. She came in looking cool. I believed that good old IYO was going to take that L, right? You know the best thing about being right is when you're right. I love that feeling. I'm kidding. But yeah, I was right. I said I believed that Lyra Valkyria was going to beat her. Now, before the match, Becky Lynch came up to her and said, "Go get him, Lyra. This is your time to shine. I believe in you. Let's go." Right? And if this was Vince McMahon booking, I would have said, "Red flag. That's a red flag. Lyra's gonna lose. Lyra's gonna lose." They gave it away. If it was Vince, that's some Vince McMahon bullshit, where you have someone come up and say, "You got it. Go get him." She's like, "I got this." Like, no, you don't. You don't got this. If that was Vince McMahon. But we're living in a new era, folks. This is Triple H. And when I saw that, I said, nope, not so fast. Triple H is weird. By weird, I mean different from Vince. Vince is pretty much straightforward. I got Vince figured out. If that was Vince, that would be a clear giveaway that Lyra is losing. But we're living in a Triple H era, so Lyra still can win. And she did. They went out there, put on a very good match. I thought the crowd was into it for the most part. Had 2 commercial breaks, went over 20 minutes. I believe, according to this stat, I don't know if this is true or not, but according to this stat on Twitter, this match alone was longer than the entirety of the last Queen of the Ring tournament in ring. IYO Sky and Lyra Valkyria last night was longer than every match in 2021 Queen of the Ring combined. That's crazy. That's a crazy stat. Vince, you are crazy, man. Holy shit, that's crazy. 19 minutes compared to 8. 19 compared to 8. That's crazy. 18. 19 compared to 18, not 8. IYO versus Lyra Valkyria was 19. The whole entire tournament, 2021, was 18 minutes. That's crazy. Think about that. Think about the era we're living in now, right? It's crazy. So they went out there, they had plenty of time. They went out there, they cooked, and they did well. And I said, in my previous stream, I said that I'm guessing that Lyra Valkyria will win. And when she does win, it won't be a strong win, right? It'll be a competitive match, and she hit her with a roll up or like a sneaky pin. And that's exactly what happened. She hit her, there was like a transition. They're rolling. Lyra pinned her with her knees on the roll up and got the win. A sneaky win. IYO Sky wasn't out cold. She was still conscious. She was awake. She jumped back up and said, whoa. What happened? You know, a sneaky roll up win is how she got it. I figured they would do that because they want to protect IYO. They don't want IYO to go out looking weak to a newcomer caller up. So they're going to do exactly what they did with Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch lost to Lyra Valkyria via a roll up pin. And same thing happened with IYO here. So in that respect, does that mean IYO was buried? Of course not. IYO was not buried. She just lost a competitive match in the end because Lyra was crafty. She used her brain and she got the dub over you. That's all it was. IYO jumped up and cut off her winner speech. It's like, I'm going to come after you. I'm not done with you. So they kept IYO looking strong for the most part. Here was IYO after the match. She was not having it. Just lower the volume a bit here. Jeez, I was loud in my ear. Here's IYO. Blame the ref. What's on my face? I really love IYO. I think I love IYO, man. IYO, this is the opposite of being buried. They've been using her to showcase her. She's been showcasing her talents to the extreme. Ever since the Mania match and forward, she's been having banger after banger after banger, showing the entire world why she's one of the best in the world. It's been the opposite of being buried. She's been showing up and showing out. Her matches since the Mania match has been better than her entire Mania run. This is the booking she should have got. They should have been booking her like this when she was champion. They booked her better in a ring after she lost than before. In order to tell the story they wanted to tell, they wanted her to be a heel that had to cheat. So Bayley and Kyrie kept interfering in her matches because that's the story they wanted to tell. They wanted to tell a story of Bayley was helping her along the way, and then she turned on Bayley, right? She did Bayley dirty because she needed Bayley because Bayley kept helping her along the way, right? That's the story they wanted to tell. Now that she left Bayley and she's on her own against the wall, right? She's over here balling in the ring, looking like a champion. Like, this is the booking she should have got. She looks badass in the ring. She's been putting on bangers since she lost the title. So I think it's been the opposite of buried. She's been looking great. I've having a new appreciation for her. I'm loving what she's doing in the ring. I'm not buried. I think that's a joke. She's been looking great right now. So, against the wall, yeah. She's been looking great right now. She's been looking great in the ring. So, like, her presentation now is better than it was before when she was champion. So that's crazy. Now, let's have a quick refresher on why I thought she was gonna lose to Lyra. Like I said, they gave it away in the render. I think we can all agree now. They gave it away. The render that they made was updated for Saudi Arabia. It was covered from her neck all the way to her wrist. They gave it away by mistake. They showed us the Saudi render, so I knew she was gonna win because they didn't do that for IYO. So why the hell are you giving Lyra Valkyria a Saudi render if she's not going to Saudi? Because she is going to Saudi, therefore she has to beat IYO, right? So they gave it away. Put that aside. I thought that Nia Jax was going to beat Bianca Belair. Why? Well, Bianca Belair has a knee injury that they keep talking about, and Bianca's been winning her matches via the KOD. I don't understand why the hell you give her a knee injury for the sake of it, unless it's going to play a role at some point. You thought it was going to matter against Tiffany Stratton. It did not. It's going to matter against Nia Jax when she puts Nia Jax on her shoulders and can't hit the KOD because of her knee. That's how you get Nia Jax winning. And then once Nia Jax wins, she needs a baby face to face. Therefore, it is going to be Lyra Valkyria. Let's look at her run, Lyra Valkyria's run, real quick. Let's look at the tournament, okay? Matter of fact, let me pull up a let me see if I have the actual bracket. I may not have it, but let's think about Lyra Valkyria's run. Okay, let's look at this. Lyra beats heel Dakota Kai clean. Lyra then beats heel Zoe Stark clean. Lyra then beats IYO Sky, who's the heel, clean. And then she faces Bianca Belair, a babyface who's injured, and beats her in Saudi Arabia. Does that track? Does that make sense to you? Heel, top babyface, Bianca Belair. It makes no sense. Lyra, if she wins, was always going to face a heel. Period. They're telling you how it's going to go. For them to flip to babyface now makes no sense. She won clean, an honorable path, right? Clean against Zoe Stark, clean against Dakota Kai, clean against IYO Sky, to then face a babyface who's injured. Is that how you put over a young talent? Is that how you show the world, hey, look at our new babyface here, Lyra Valkyria? She's gonna face an injured babyface, not only an injured babyface, but our top babyface. Does that track? Does it make sense? Follow the logic. I'm not asking you to agree with me or say what I think is gonna happen. All I ask is that you make it make sense and follow the logic. She faced nothing but heels all the way to the final just for her to face the top babyface? Does that make sense? No. You're gonna face Nia Jax, another heel. Same way, look at Nia Jax's path. She faced babyface Naomi. She faced babyface Jade Cargill. She's gonna face babyface Bianca Belair. So guess what? She's gonna face another babyface in the final. Some of this stuff is not that hard. It's pretty straightforward. Like, Nia Jax is going to face a babyface. Therefore, she faces Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria needs to face a heel. Therefore, she faces Nia Jax. Simple. So yeah, it was always going to be Lyra and Nia Jax. Once we saw the semifinals, I thought it was pretty clear. Especially because they gave it away with the damn render, right? Now, with the SmackDown side, I don't know how much I want to talk about the SmackDown side right now, but Nia Jax. Do I talk about the winner now? We'll have a whole discussion about who's going to win it, right? For now, I'll just say that I'm leaning Lyra. I'll talk about that later in the Saudi Arabia PLE stream, where I talk about the actual matches in that for that stream. I'll talk about why I think Lyra will win, but I believe we'll be having Lyra against Nia Jax, heel versus babyface in the final, and I think Lyra will win. But we'll talk about that later. I think Jade will cost Nia against Bianca or in the final. Bianca announces pregnancy, forfeits the match. According to IWC, that's very much an option, you know. Oh, the finals. Okay, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. In the finals. Yeah, I mean, I just think that I think it's pretty clear at this point what's gonna happen with the final. I'm not 100% sure who's gonna win it. I think I know who's gonna win it, but in terms of the final match, is Lyra versus Nia Jax. Bianca versus Lyra makes absolutely no sense. Let's say Bianca gets to the final and she faces Lyra Valkyria. You're gonna have your top babyface beat up on your young up-and-comer babyface that you're trying to put over. Does that make sense? Does it make sense for Bianca to beat Lyra? She beats heel Candice LeRae. She beats heel Tiffany Stratton on one leg. She beats heel Nia Jax. Then she faces the young babyface Lyra Valkyria and beats her? How is that gonna look? Congratulations, Bianca, for beating up on the young whippersnapper that just got called up. Your top babyface. Does that make sense? If Bianca was gonna win the tournament or go to the final, she would have faced IYO, right? So yeah, this just doesn't make sense. And in the other way, looking at it from Lyra's perspective, Lyra beats all these heels and then faces their top babyface in the final. Doesn't make sense. Okay, Lyra will face Nia Jax, but good match. IYO is pissed. She's not buried. She's been doing great in the ring. I think her stock has risen, and I like the spot at the end there where she was upset walking down the hallway there. I think she has more to do with Lyra Valkyria. She's now done with Lyra. I think IYO Sky versus Lyra is another match we're going to see down the line. I'm not worried about IYO Sky one bit. She'll be fine. All right. IYO Sky has looked great. Lyra is not beating Nia Jax. I don't know if I want to talk about that now, but there's ways for that to happen. Okay. You guys gonna maybe talk about it now? My God, I'll just say this. Okay, I'll just say this about freaking Nia and Lyra. Nia Jax has won. I'll just talk about this later again. Nia Jax has won her matches. She beat this go over how it happens. She beat Naomi. She beat Jade Cargill via DQ. And then she's probably gonna beat Bianca Belair because of a knee injury and maybe even a Tiffany Stratton interference. Now that's okay because she's a heel, right? But we're talking about queen in the ring. We're talking about how Lyra Valkyria took the honorable route, beating big time Dakota Kai, big time IYO, good Zoe Stark, beating them clean all the way to the final. Who benefits more from a victory? Nia Jax beating Lyra, the new up-and-comer, or having Lyra get a big win here? What does more for the other one? I think Lyra gets more out of it than Nia Jax does, number one. Two, Nia Jax took a heel route to get there, which makes sense because she's a heel, but it wasn't a honorable route. DQs, injured opponents, you know? And I believe if Jade Cargill wants to get involved there, it can make sense, because if Jade Cargill is upset about what happened to her, and let's say Nia Jax hurts Bianca's knee even further, that could piss off Jade Cargill to get involved in the final. That gets Jade Cargill on the show, right? She interferes in the match. Lyra, maybe she distracts Nia Jax. Lyra gets another win on a big-time opponent. Now you have Lyra a big-time babyface now. Because right now, one of the reasons why they're pushing Lyra, because a lot of people are wondering, why is Lyra getting pushed so hard right now? Why are they giving her such a hard push? Some people think she's boring. She's not that good, whatever, right? They're giving her a push because Lyra Valkyria is one of the only babyfaces on the roster right now under Becky Lynch. Look at the roster. Yeah, Becky has a babyface, and then who's under her? Liv is a heel. Zoe Stark is a heel. Shayna's a heel. IYO's a heel. Dakota's a heel. Asuka's a heel. Kairi's a heel. Who's the babyface under Becky? Miss Lynch. It has to be Lyra. They're setting Lyra up as the next babyface on the Raw side. Before Rhea gets back, right? Rhea's out. Forget about Rhea. They want to have another established babyface. They're using the Queen in the Ring to do it with Lyra. If that's the case, why not have Lyra get a big win at Queen in the Ring? She walk around as Queen Lyra with that damn crown, and she's now an established babyface that you can use later on against other big heels. Also, I believe that Gunther is going to win his, so maybe they want to do one heel winner and one babyface winner. So if Gunther is going to beat Randy Orton and become the king in the ring, he's a heel. Maybe you want the queen in the ring to be a babyface. Just a thought. Then you can set up Lyra versus Becky Lynch in a friendly battle later on if you want to do that. Maybe at Clash of Castle, maybe down the line, Lyra versus Becky. Assuming Becky wins, I think it makes more sense business-wise to put the queen in the ring on Lyra now. But I can see Nia Jax win. I'm not that sure of it, so I'm not like stone sure oh yeah, that's definitely going to happen, guaranteed. No, it can go both ways, but I'm leaning towards Lyra for that reason. All right, but if Lyra wins, she will face Becky or Liv. It depends on who wins, right? It depends on if Becky extended her contract. If Becky extended her contract, it'll be Becky Lynch that wins. If not, then of course she had to drop it to freaking Liv Morgan. If I assume Becky has extended her contract or she signed a new contract, if that's the assumption, then I think Liv Morgan will lose to then spiral and then ultimately beat Becky down the line. Yeah, I don't think they'll have Becky have a short run if she's signed, right? If she's not signed, then all bets are off. So that is Lyra versus IYO Sky. Good match, good stuff. Face Lyra versus heel Liv would be better though. Yeah, that could happen. That could happen at any point. Even if Becky was to retain on Saturday, that could happen. Becky keeps saying that Liv has never beat. Let's go straight into Liv Becky. I'm gonna transition right into that. Becky versus Liv. So Becky comes out there. Well, before she goes out there, Becky Lynch, like I said earlier, she hyped up Lyra Valkyria before a match. Turns out it wasn't a bad omen. It was a good omen because Lyra won. Then she saw Lyra again. She said, "Good job, young whippersnapper. Good job. Good match. You did well." And then Lyra was walking backstage, and then Liv Morgan came up, right, and said, "Hey, Lyra, good match. Congratulations." And then she cracked Lyra in the face, big time. Big time cracked her in the face and walked off. Later on, Becky Lynch went to the ring, started cutting her promo. Becky Lynch's promos have been kind of samey, like her typical babyface thing. I'm here to, make the division better. I want to leave the division in a better spot than it was when I first got here. I'm about the fans. I fight for the fans. The fans respect me. Your typical babyface stuff. Liv Morgan comes out there and says, "You're gaslighting the fans. You're crazy. Okay, you only care about yourself." And then she said, "You did a good job with the what chants." The what start coming in. She said, "What did she say about the what chants?" She said that, "Oh, so what? You wanted me? You can't hear me? Well, you can't hear me because you have your head so far up Becky Lynch's ass." Well, which is a very good line. Very good line. You have your heads all up Becky Lynch's ass. Very good line. So she handled that well. And then they had a little back and forth. Becky Lynch said, "Let's go. I want to fight." Liv Morgan like, "You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? Huh? You want to go? You want to go?" She went down there. It's like, "Ha ha ha! No, Becky, you look so stupid. We'll fight." If anything, that's when the feud got the promo got a little weird at that point. It's kind of like, I'm not really feeling that. But before that, it was really good. I thought it was solid, not really good. I thought it was fine. She says, "We'll fight this Saturday, okay? And then I'll become your new champion." Well, that's when we'll throw down, okay? We're not going to fight here. It was fine, okay? At this point, when it comes to Liv Morgan's promos, you either love it or you hate it, okay? Liv Morgan has a voice that is, it is what it is. She can't change her voice. So that's what it is. So if you think her voice is annoying, then she can't change that, right? It's annoying. There's nothing she can do about it. Luckily, she's a heel. So maybe that will lend itself to her getting heat if you think it's annoying. I don't think her voice is annoying. I think her voice is fine. The promo was fine. I thought how she handled the what chance was great, but the promo all around was just fine. Now, some people are struggling with this feud. Like a lot of people within the IWC, some content creators, they're saying they don't know what's going on with the feud. They don't know why they don't like it. But something is off. I believe you're having trouble connecting with it because the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour is about another woman. She said it in the promo. She doesn't care about anyone in backstage. She said she doesn't care about Becky Lynch. She only cares about her Revenge Tour. And her Revenge Tour is about another woman, about Rhea Ripley. So until Rhea returns, if she keeps talking about the Revenge Tour, it's going to fall flat for some people, or it's not going to connect, because her gripe, her issue, her grievances are with another woman. So that's why it's feeling kind of off. It feels like it's not connecting. It feels like it's off track. It's because it's not about Rhea. Because it is about Rhea, and she's not there. That's the problem. The story is Liv versus Rhea Ripley. That's the story. So until Becky Lynch drops that title and Rhea Ripley returns, this entire feud will feel kind of off or kind of like not clicking. I think that's the issue. But yeah, classic IWC. Some people thought it was, oh, Liv Morgan's cooking. She's cooking. Great promo. And others hated it. Let me ask you guys, did you like Liv Morgan's delivery in her promo, or did you hate it? Oh yeah, I saw that. Some people said that Liv Morgan and Finn Balor came out of the same car. I'm not so sure. It did look like that, but I don't know if it's intentional. Was that intentional, or this is how they shot it and they made a mistake? Because sometimes they make a mistake, like having freaking Lyra Valkyria Saudi render in the image. Sometimes they make a mistake. Was it intentional to show that Liv Morgan was coming out the same car as Finn Balor? I'm not sure. Liked it. It was good. So people are liking the Liv Morgan promo. Good. People didn't want Becky Lynch to be champion. Well, Liv Morgan fans didn't, right? Becky Lynch fans wanted it, but Liv Morgan fans did not, right? They don't like the feud because she's the belt holder and not the challenger. Not necessarily Richard. The Liv Morgan fans, the stands, yes, they hated it, right? But the people who are neutral, who are not connecting, they're not saying it's bad. They're just saying they can't connect to it. I believe the reason why they can't connect is because the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour is about Rhea Ripley, not Becky Lynch. That's my speculation. Obviously, it's going to be a little chunky because Becky and Liv probably wasn't supposed to happen. Right. Perfectly said, Pedro. That feud was never supposed to happen. Therefore, it's kind of, well, not necessarily like for example, Rocky, The Rock, his feud with Cody Rhodes was not supposed to happen, but they made it work, right? The creative got together. To be fair, there's a lot of resources, right? A lot of resources came together to make sure that story was good. There was a lot invested in that story. So they were able to pivot and make it make sense and make it good, right? Whereas with this, not the same level of storytelling, right? I think they had a plan for Liv and Rhea that was going to go all the way to SummerSlam. They had a real actual plan that they wanted to execute. And they were excited about that. The pivot they've done here doesn't have that much inspiration to me versus the Rock and Cody stuff, right? That pivot had a lot of inspiration, a lot of thought process into it, like a lot of care and love. Whereas with this feud, kind of like, well, let's figure it out. We're kind of focusing on the King and Queen of the Ring. This feud is kind of just there. It's not really that important. We'll have Liv Morgan come backstage and hit Lyra. She'll get hit by Becky Lynch the week before. You know, not that much attention had been paid to it because of the King and Queen of the Ring, and because they're not that invested in it like they were The Rock and Cody, right? But Triple H is a smart guy. He is a smart guy. So I'm not worried about it in the future. But I don't hate the Liv. Me personally, I don't hate the Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch stuff. It's fine. But I understand if you're not connecting with it, and I think the reason why you're not connecting with it is because Rhea is the target, not Becky Lynch. There's something else I want to talk about there, but I can't remember. Let's see. Talk about how Liv Morgan handled the what chance. Talk about that. Talk about Becky Lynch and Lyra. Honestly, I really miss Becky Lynch as a heel. I feel like her heel work was more creative and more interesting. By her own admission, she had more fun with the heel work. I think Becky Lynch's babyface stuff sound all the same, and it's kind of all repetitive. She has the same stuff, and it says, "Come on and fight me." You know, I think she had more fun as a heel. She's more creative as a heel. I'm looking forward to her going back to heel sometime, eventually. Hopefully, who knows when that will happen. But heel Becky Lynch is something I want to see again. I just don't know when that will happen. If at maybe at the end of the year, maybe, I don't know. You said Big Time Bex was awful. I disagree. For me, Big Time Bex was better than the Man. I enjoyed it more. She was funny. Thought it was hilarious. Big Time Bex made me appreciate Becky Lynch's talent. The stuff she did with Lita, stuff she did with Bianca, it made me appreciate her more. I loved Big Time Bex. 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 All right. So that's that. Okay. I think I covered everything I want to cover there. Let's move on to Gunther. So the Yeet Man went down. Luckily, I'm happy about that. There was some discourse about who should win that match. Some people thought that maybe Jay should win. I'm glad that he did not. I'm glad that Gunther got the win here. He won clean and without any funny business. I like that very much. I believe that Gunther will be king of the ring. He will beat Randy Orton in the finals. And I like that for him, and I like that direction. First time match. First time we'll see Gunther and Randy Orton. Heel versus babyface again. I love that for us and for the fans. I'm excited. That was the way to go. The match started with Jey Uso getting this great presentation again. The crowd was electric for Jey. They had the tracking shot where the camera followed him all the way to the ring. Looks like $1 million. Looks like a star. Good for him. I'm happy he lost. I'm sorry. I'm happy he lost. But I don't hate Jey. I'm just kind of tired of him a bit. And I would have been upset had he won. I don't think that's hate, though. I don't think that's hate. I'm just keeping it real. So Gunther advances. He faces Randy Orton. He will beat Randy Orton. Now, can you imagine Gunther with the King of the Ring crown on his head? I think I can. I can picture that. I can picture that more than I can picture Randy Orton. Randy Orton with that damn crown would look weird, I think, at this stage of his career. Young Randy, sure. This version of Randy, nah. I don't think so. I think Gunther can rock that damn crown, and I think Lyra will look good with that crown as well. So for me, Lyra and Gunther will win the damn thing. But we'll see if I'm right about that. I could be wrong. Yeah, Lyra and Gunther are my picks so far. So that's a spoiler for my PLE chat, my PLE discussion. All right. So that's kind of that. I mean, there's not much to talk about with the comes to Gunther and it's a good match. Gunther dominated most of the match, which made sense. Jay fought back at the end there, but ultimately it was too much for him, and Gunther wins. Randy has a leg injury, so just like how Bianca has a leg injury or a knee injury, Randy has a knee injury. I think the knee injury will come into play against Gunther, whereas for me, I think the knee injury will come into play for Bianca against Nia Jax. So yeah, the knee will be a problem. That's how they'll protect Randy. They love protecting Randy, and rightfully so. So they'll protect him by having him have a bad knee. Maybe even Tamatanga in the Bloodline might work over the knee some more on Friday, leading up to Gunther. So that's how they'll protect Randy Orton with that knee injury. I just think it's weird that they did it for both of them. Both Bianca and Randy are being protected with the knee. Maybe change it up a little bit. Why it had to be exactly the same, I don't know. Kind of weird. All right, so that's that. All right, let's go through Raw kind of and talk about what happened on Raw. Sami Zayn cut a promo. It was a typical good Sami Zayn promo. Talked about being the heart and soul of the company. Talked about how he has soul, and that's why he wins. That's why the fans love him. Solid stuff from Sami Zayn. And then Chad Gable came out there and started talking crap. Started crapping on his own comrades. Started crapping on Otis, Maxine, and Tozawa. We all want them to turn on him. We all were hoping that Otis is the most over out of them all. Even more over than Chad Gable. The fans wanted him to turn on Chad, but he's not ready to do that for whatever reason. I guess, here's a question. When does Otis turn on Chad? When does that happen? When does Otis turn on Chad Gable? I would say not in Saudi. Maybe in Saudi. It could be Saudi. Could be Saudi. Oh, you're saying Saturday? Yeah, this Saturday could happen. It could. If you want Otis to interfere in the match, because I think Bronson Reed will probably get pinned because they want to save Gunther for not Gunther. They want to save Chad Gable for later on. So I think Bronson Reed will take the pin. So maybe you do have Otis interfere in the match and cost Gable maybe. Yeah, because you saw, like, we'll talk about it later, but we saw Chad Gable with the Creeds. So that'll be a new stable for him. So how fast do you want to get to the Creeds? How fast? If he leaves the Alpha Academy and joins with the Creeds, then first of all, a great stable. So how fast do you want to get to that? I don't know. But Chad Gable had a good match with Sami Zayn. Otis actually helped Gable win. So he interfered in the match, cost Sami Zayn the match. Good storytelling. All that will pay off eventually. Good start to the show. Somebody attacked Cruz del Toro. Now, I thought it was, they're telling us that it was Carlito. But at first I thought, wait a minute. They wanted to think it's Carlito, but probably was maybe Braun Breaker. And then Carlito taking credit for it, even though he didn't actually do it. That's an actual story point that could happen where Bronson Reed takes out Cruz, and then Carlito, let's say Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker takes out Cruz del Toro, and then Carlito takes the credit. I thought about that, but maybe it was just Carlito. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. Do they want Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable in Canada? When's the next Canada PLE? When's the next? Is that Money in the Bank? Money in the Bank. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. That will work, probably. So Bronson Reed gets pinned, then they do the actual one-on-one in Money in the Bank. Yeah, maybe you debut the Creeds as a part of the stable there. Yeah, July 6th. Money in the Bank. That might be it. In Toronto. Yep. I would say that's probably it. Chad Gable one-on-one with Sami Zayn. Then when Sami Zayn wins, then you do Sami Zayn against, well, maybe he doesn't win. Maybe that's when you put the belt, because if you're going to start a new stable with freaking the Creeds, you're going to want to put him, maybe want to put the belt on Chad then the Creeds beat Awesome Truth. We'll talk about Awesome Truth later. Boy, okay. Think about that visual. Chad Gable with the belt, the Creeds with the tag team belts. Oh, that'd be amazing. It'd be like Kurt Angle and Shelton Benjamin and them all together. Team Angle all over again. Get the Intercontinental Championship on Chad Gable. Get those tag belts on the Creeds. A great looking stable right there. That's what I say. Have all of them holding gold. Team Gable all holding gold. That's what I would do. So, what's next? So we actually got this cool Io Sky vignette where she's underwater. Another reason why people thought she's gonna win, because that vignette they gave her of her being underwater. It's kind of cool. Like, I think I have some visual of it over here. Where is it here? Where is it? She's underwater and she's like talking. It was a cool promo. Where do I have it here? I know I do. Just like, it's a frame. I just need one frame of it. That's all. Not an entire video, because that'll probably get copyright strike. What the heck? I can't find it. But yeah, it was a very good vignette. Very much a heel, big time heel. I thought it was well done. I see what's going on. I'm not looking at my profile. I'm looking at the freaking my homepage. That's what the problem was. I think I can find it now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. He was there. It is. Here's a frame. She was underwater. It was a good promo. Very good promo. But it didn't help her. She still lost. All right. But it's a good promo. Let's talk about Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker looks great. I love Braun Breaker. He's amazing. He's one of my favorites. Might be my favorite. Well, probably Drew's probably my favorite male wrestler. Then might be Braun after that. Braun Breaker, he's doing great stuff. He's destroyed a jobber because he wasn't in the King of the Ring. So making the King of the Ring look important. Like, he's mad they're not in the tournament. So that validates the tournament, makes it look like a big deal. He got great crowd reaction. The crowd wanted him to beat up the jobber. He took a chair to the damn jobber's head. That was gnarly looking. It looked damn good. Like, it looked like he actually hurt that man, which works well. Here it is. This is a camera. This is a fan camera, so it should be fine. Look at this. Bang. That's crazy. Look like a badass. I'm loving what they're doing with Braun. He's like the new Brock Lesnar, kind of, you know? Not exactly, but that's how they're building him up. I wouldn't be surprised if like Paul Heyman gets with him eventually. They're really making him a force in the division, and that's what I like to see. Make him a big deal, make him strong. We'll talk about, it looks like they're setting him up against Ilya. Like, we might be getting Ilya versus Braun. Two people I don't want to see lose. So it should be a good match. Ilya versus Braun. Good stuff, man. In the back, I went to bring the jobber to the damn ambulance. We saw Kiana James for like 3 seconds talking to Adam Pearce. I'm hoping that it's a slow burn, that she actually gets a lot of time eventually. She's like assistant GM role right now. I'm hoping that they have a real plan for Kiana James. She's way too talented to be not on TV that much. So I'm hoping that whatever they do with Kiana, it brings her into the forefront, gives her actual story time, actual TV time, and that it's worth her while. Because I think she's a very good talent, very athletic, very good in the ring. So let's not waste Kiana James. We'll see. I'll give them some time to see what they do. I won't judge as of right now, but hopefully coming up soon, we see some actual like story stuff for Kiana, because she's really good. She's really good talent. What else happened here? So he says to Adam Pearce that, hey, you can't control me, man. Can't control me. So what is he gonna do? Is he gonna put him against somebody that he can possibly control, like, or somebody that can actually like teach him a lesson? Does he book him against Ilya Dragunov? Does he book him against Braun Strowman? I don't know, but he has to do something, because right now he's getting punked. Braun Breaker is punking Adam Pearce, so you gotta do something. But yeah, I'm loving everything they're doing with the Braun Breaker. Great angle, great spears, the best spear in the game. Maybe everybody should just retire the spear. Nobody does spears anymore. Sorry, Jey Uso, no spear for you. Sorry, Bobby Lashley, no spear for you either. Let Braun Breaker be the only person doing spears. That's what I would do. Let him be the spear guy. No one else. That's not gonna happen. But yeah, best spear in the business, looking great. Good stuff. Really good stuff for Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker versus AJ Styles. Oh, trade him to SmackDown, you mean? Oh, I see what you're saying. That's not a bad. I feel like there's more people for him to beat up on Raw, though. If you want Braun Breaker against Sami Zayn, you could do that. But that would not be a bad call. Let's say AJ Styles goes to management and says, I want to get traded. And Adam Pearce is like, you know what? I got to get this Braun Breaker guy out of my hair. Well, he doesn't have any hair, right? He's bald. But like, you know what? I got to get Braun Breaker out of here. You guys want to trade? All right. Give us AJ. We'll give you Braun Breaker. That makes sense. Richard, that's actually a smart booking decision. But here's the problem. Ilya called out Braun at the end of the show. So Ilya wants to fight Braun. So I'll take that. Sorry. We're going to get Ilya versus Braun. Leave him on Raw. There's more people for him to beat up on Raw. There's just more people on Raw. So you just stay on Raw. I think so. Your idea was not bad. It was a good idea. But let him stay on Raw. Then after that, we had Ilya talking about facing Gunther. No, before that, we got Awesome Truth. I don't know about you guys, but I have to be honest. I'm tired of Awesome Truth. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I'm tired of Awesome Truth. They're not that funny. I want the Creeds to beat them. Come on, Creeds, get it done. Beat them for the love of God. I think it's gonna happen. I think when they do lose, they will lose to a heel Creed brothers. That's what I think will happen. Can't come fast enough. I'm kind of tired of the 5-knuckle shuffle and the his freaking childhood hero is John Cena, all that stuff. I could do without it. I don't need that stuff. It's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I just don't care about Awesome Truth as champions. I don't care about the rapping. Miz, tell me who he is. The Awesome Truth. Like all that stuff, I can do without it, okay? Sorry. I don't need to see that. We can have the Creeds beat them. I would love that. I would love that for them and for me. Let the Creeds beat Awesome Truth. Awesome Truth is tired. The crowd loves them though. Yeah, they love him. Same thing with Jay. Crowd loves him. They love Awesome Truth. So I can't hate, but I'm getting tired of it, you know? Let something else come through. Everybody wants to see, the young people, right? Well, here we have young Creed brothers. Let them put over the Creed brothers as a heel group and go from there. That's what I say. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Miz being face. I'm just done with them, you know? That's all. After the Awesome Truth segment, we got Ilya versus but he's talking to an interview. Talks about how he wants to fight Gunther, and then Ricochet pops up. And Ricochet says, "Hey, I haven't got about our last match. We're gonna have another one, you know." Calling a shot, saying we're gonna have another match, or we'll be cooking here soon. And then freaking Braun Breaker comes out of nowhere and spears the man. Great, loved it. Was he aiming for Ricochet? Was he aiming for Ilya? We don't know, but he hit Ricochet clean, and it was great. Adam Pearce doesn't know what to do with Braun Breaker. Great booking. Spear looked great. Ricochet took it like a champ. Braun Breaker looking like $1 million. I'm looking forward to the Ilya versus Braun Breaker feud. That should be really good. I don't care who wins. I would love for Braun Breaker to keep looking strong, though. I know that. But Ilya, I love as well. Good stuff coming up with Ilya and Braun Breaker. No complaints there. The Mad Dragon against the Beast. I love it. Or the Badass. That would be great. Not the Beast. The Beast is Braun Breaker. He's the Badass. Badass Braun Breaker. That should be great. Apparently he was going after Ricochet. Okay, cool. Noob. Gotcha. Who took the pin? Who took the pin? Well, we didn't get to the Awesome Truth match yet. That was just a promo. Awesome Truth has a match coming up here. We'll talk about it later. So Gunther cuts a promo in an empty arena, which was good. Good promo from Gunther. Doing a great job. One of the best presented wrestlers in the country right now. Just loving Gunther right now. Can't do any wrong. Good on the mic. Good in the ring. He'll be champion sooner than rather than later. Sometime this year he'll be champion, I think, or maybe next year, depending on how they want to do it. Does he win the Royal Rumble? Maybe. He'll be. I think he's gonna be king of the ring, so he'll get a chance here to win the title. The Bash at Berlin might be a time to put the belt on him. We'll see what happens with Drew and with CM Punk. We'll see. Then we have the Judgment Day segment with Carlito. Carlito taking credit for taking out Cruz. We'll take his word for it. Maybe he did. Finn says he feels weird about not tagging with Damian Priest. I believe this is where we're headed. I've been talking about it for weeks now. The feud will be Damian versus Finn. Ultimately, I think that's happening. It's coming up here. Judgment Day is falling apart. They're crumbling at the seams. I think Finn will ultimately try to kick Damian Priest out. Just because it's not the same anymore. The dynamic's not the same. Priest feels like the leader, and he's no longer on the same level as Finn. So Finn is kind of feeling like, I think Finn is kind of feeling the effects of that, and he's going to want to put Damian in his place eventually. Not now, but eventually Finn Balor will turn on Damian. When will that happen? I don't know. Here's a question: if the feud is going to happen between Finn and Damian, when does that take place? SummerSlam maybe? No, because Clash of the Castle coming up here. Maybe Finn costs Damian at Clash of the Castle. That's a short reign for Damian, though. That's a short reign. Do you take the belt off Damian at Clash of the Castle? If so, then Finn needs to interfere there. That's a short reign for the man, though. Short reign. Really short reign. Maybe SummerSlam. So, a match between Damian and Finn. But when does Damian lose the belt? That's my question. That's my next question. When does Damian lose his belt to Drew McIntyre? When does that happen? Does it happen at Clash? Does it happen at Money in the Bank? Clash. Wow. Short reign for the man, but I get it. I understand. Transitional champ. Transitional champ is what he is. Sucks, but it makes sense. It makes sense. All right, next up, let's talk about Sonya's back. I love that for Sonya. Sonya is a great talent, good heel, very good on the mic, and she's back. We love to see it, right? You guys are fans of Sonya, right? Are we fans of Sonya here? I am. Sonya is great. She always does well with the mic, always does her job well. She looked great. She looked like $1 million on Raw. Looked fantastic on Raw. Loved it. NXT could be a route for her. I see that. For Toxic Attraction as a manager. That could work. He talked to Sonya and Zoe for some reason. We don't know why. But she wanted to have a talk with them. We can see after the match that she talked with them in the background. We don't know what they're talking about or why she wants to talk to them, but I'm happy that she's back. She's been out for 9 months, but she returned looking great, looking amazing. It was great. Rather her with JC and Gigi? I agree. That I agree with. I'd rather her being with JC and Gigi than with Sonya, than with Shayna and Zoe. I agree with that. That's a better pairing for her than with Shayna and Zoe, for sure. But we don't know what her plans are. What did she want to do with Zoe and Shayna? Because Zoe wanted to hear her out, but Shayna did not want to hear her out. So we'll see how that works out and how the story they're telling here. Clearly, they want to have her on TV and tell some type of story. So her story is going to be with Shayna and Zoe. We'll see how good it is. Because Lord knows they need some type of story right now, you know. I'm glad they're doing some storytelling over here, like some type of mid-card tag team storytelling here. I appreciate that. We'll see how good it is, though. We'll see. But I'm glad they're doing something with Zoe, Shayna, and now Sonya here. But she's really good on the mic. Very good on the mic. Looks great. All right, let's talk about Awesome Truth. They beat the Judgment Day. Yeah, I already talked about Awesome Truth, actually. We talked about Awesome Truth. I want them to lose. Put the belt on the Creed brothers for crying out loud. I'm sick of the Awesome Truth. But good match. It was a fine match. Carlito got involved. Dominic got involved. Then Braun Strowman got involved. That was the what do you say? Who do you say was going to show up? Andre the Giant. He said, "Oh, we're gonna get help from Andre the Giant." That was Braun Strowman. So I'm getting Bronson and Braun mixed up. Braun Strowman was Andre the Giant, according to freaking R-Truth. Funny, but I'm over it. Give me a heel Creed brothers with those belts. They'll be unstoppable for a while. I think if the Creeds win the belts, they're gonna hold on to that thing for a while, especially if they're heels. Long title reign for the Creed brothers if they hold on to those belts, I think. But we'll see if they get them anytime soon. Hopefully it will be soon. Talked about what happened with Liv Morgan and Lyra Valkyria. She clocked her backstage. Bronson Reed then showed up to give Sami Zayn some lip. What he told Sami Zayn, I don't really remember. Probably just, hey, I'm gonna beat you at in Saudi Arabia. It's typical stuff from Bronson Reed. Otis came up to Sami Zayn and apologized, so he felt bad. I thought it was genuine. It was a genuine apology. He felt bad about what he did, and Sami Zayn sympathized with him. Like, I understand, not even sympathize. He empathized with him because he said, "I understand falling behind the wrong person," referencing what happened with him in the bloodline. It's kind of hard to break out of that, so he empathized with him. Good segment for Otis and Sami Zayn. The crowd really is into Otis. That turn is going to be massive pop whenever Otis finally turns. Do you do that in Saudi Arabia? I guess, because they're men. Had to be a woman's storyline. Saudi Arabia crowd would be pretty damn quiet, you know. But let's assume for a second that Saudi Arabia cares about the Otis storyline. They should pop for that story if they want to tell that story in Saudi Arabia of him turning. Well, we'll see. But wherever it happens, it's going to be a big moment for Otis. Looking forward to it. Maybe similar, not as big as this, but remember how Dominic Mysterio was talking shit to his dad for a long time, and Rey Mysterio refused to hit him, and once Dominic talked crap to his mom and disrespected his mother, then Randy Orton, then Rey Mysterio hit Dom and had a big pop. Yeah, I'm sure Randy Orton beat up Dom too sometime over the past year, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, Rey Mysterio hit Dom. It was a big pop. I don't think it'll be levels on that. It won't be the same level, but I think Otis hitting Chad Gable will be a big, huge pop for sure. Not the same level as a pop, but a pop nonetheless. So I'm looking forward to that. Talked about Becky Lynch face promos and talked about how her exchange with Liv Morgan was not loved by the IWC. Talked about that. Do I agree with the rest of the IWC that LA Knight is being treated wrong? No, I don't. LA Knight is going to beat Logan Paul. Triple H's booking. We'll talk about that after this. I'll talk about that after I go through this, okay? Yeah, I'll talk about it now. Triple H's booking is kind of like when he focuses on one storyline, everything else goes to the wayside. Same thing happened with Bianca Belair, right? Bianca Belair was out of the picture for a while. After Bianca Belair lost the Elimination Chamber, she was doing nothing for a long time on SmackDown. It was kind of frustrating for Bianca fans. And then once Jade Cargill came in, then they had the tag team match. And then Bianca is getting a lot of focus now, right? It's not a personal thing, but he prioritizes storylines. So when Bianca was at the forefront, like she is now, she's getting a lot of time on TV, a lot of promos with backstage promos with Jade Cargill, a lot of match time in this tournament because she's a big player in the tournament, right? Whereas Bayley is on the back burner, not getting much. She's a champion on the back burner, not getting much TV time. Bayley is, right? But before, when Bianca was on SmackDown with Bayley had the storyline with Damage Control. She was contending with Io Sky. She had all the storylines, all the bandwidth, all the time, right? Whereas Bianca was not a focus. She was kind of just there every week. Then once Bianca got into the Damage Control storyline, she got more time, right? But now, post Mania, Bayley's the champion, but she's not part of the storyline, so she's on the back burner. Now Bayley fans are upset, saying that Bayley's getting disrespected. Meanwhile, Bianca is not the champion, but she's getting matches and more story time and more like TV's time because of her placement in the tournament. So it's never personal. I think LA Knight will have his time, just not now. The King of the Ring was not about him. Not about him. He will face Logan Paul. They even teased it like last Friday. They teased it. Logan Paul had a stare off with freaking LA Knight. So that's to be his storyline later on. So SummerSlam, Logan Paul, LA Knight in Cleveland, big time story, big time stuff for LA Knight coming. You just gotta wait. He prioritizes the storylines he wants to talk about in the current, and then later on, he comes back around to it. You just gotta accept it. Hell, Rhea Ripley was left off the damn SummerSlam card. Remember that? She was pissed. She wasn't priority. I accepted Triple H's booking style. It's never personal, but this is how it is, you know? That's just how it is. So Damian Priest was upset with his buddies when they didn't win the damn tag team titles, right? Once again, hinting toward a fracturing of the Judgment Day. I believe Finn will ultimately turn on Damian Priest. But a good backstage segment for Judgment Day. It's all crumbling. I think it's all going to come down. There's a weird thing happening with Karrion Kross. Well, Karrion Kross will go around talking to the New Day. Like, are the New Day turning heel? Like, what is this? Every week he goes up to the New Day, each member of them, and says, hey, he says something weird like, there's always time to change. Kofi, there's always time to change. Like, what's going on with the Karrion Kross? Like, are the New Day turning? Are they going to do something weird with the New Day? What do you think? I don't know. What do you guys think? What's happening with the New Day? What do you think is going to be a feud? That's it? It's a feud? Like, he keeps saying, like, it's just weird. Like, every time he keeps going up to them saying something weird, it doesn't really seem like antagonistic. It doesn't seem antagonistic. It just seems like he's trying to, like, convert them or something. It's weird. Xavier Woods don't know what to think. Me neither. Like, look at this. They have no idea what to think. I just want to remind you, there's always some more time to turn things around. Like, what the hell does that mean? Are the New Day going to turn heel and face off against Awesome Truth? Passive aggressive? Maybe. I don't know what's going on there. It's weird to me, so I don't know what to make of it. I just want to remind you, there's always more time to turn things around. I don't know what to make of that. There probably will be a feud. Probably. I just don't know. Maybe after the feud, they'll turn. I don't know. Something weird going on there. Then we had the Fatal 4-Way tag team match between Dakota Kai, Kyrie, Zoe, Shayna, Life of the Party, and Maxine and Ivy Nile. Good tag match, exciting stuff. Ladies cooked. They put in the work. Dakota Kai got busted up. Matter of fact, Damage Control has it rough right now. Look at Damage Control. Look at good old Damage Control here. Both of these lovely ladies are having it rough. Look at this. Both of them bleeding. What is going on? Io Sky got busted up by Lyra. And I think Dakota Kai caught her own knee in the head. Like, her own brace hit her in the face when she rolled over. They are bloody mess, these two. They got it rough right now. Rough going for the Damage Control right now. Warriors. I love Dakota Kai. She needs to be Money in the Bank winner. I have a video coming out that I put together for my stream about talking about Dakota Kai. I'll probably upload that after the stream. I think Dakota Kai should win Money in the Bank. A lot of people disagree with me, but she deserves something. She's been doing too much good work, putting over people, selling her ass off. I think Dakota Kai in her late 30s deserves a run right now before a Timmy Stratton right now. Timmy Stratton is 25 years old. There's plenty of time for her to get Money in the Banks. I'll give the Money in the Bank to Dakota Kai and let her have fun with that. Give her something to reward her. She's been doing great work, putting over people, selling her ass off. Give Dakota Kai something. That's why I say, okay? I know people disagree, but I would put I would put the Money in the Bank on Dakota Kai. Maybe that can restart a feud with Bayley, because once you get that Money in the Bank, you can travel around on both shows. So maybe that's how you get her back with Bayley. I don't know. But I would put her with the Money in the Bank and let her get something, because she's been doing so much good stuff, and I just want her to have something, you know? I appreciate her. Just like I have appreciation for IYO right now, I also have appreciation for Dakota Kai. She's been putting in a lot of work, selling her ass off. Give her something for love of God, you know? Rumble for Dakota Kai? Let's be realistic, Richard. Let's be realistic. With Charlotte Flair coming back, with Jade Cargill in the mix, Rumble that's a stretch, my friend. That's a stretch. I don't see them doing that for Dakota Kai Rumble. Not with Charlotte, potentially Bianca, potentially Jade Cargill. Rumble's a tough one. That seems like prime Jade Cargill stuff right there, because you can protect her in the Rumble, right? Maybe even Liv Morgan, maybe even a Rhea Ripley again, maybe a Bianca Belair again. That's a tough one to see. Money in the Bank is where you get the people like Liv Morgan at the time. People like Sky, who wasn't getting pushed that hard. People like Nikki Cross, you know. People who don't get chances in the big matches like Chambers and Rumbles. Money in the Bank is where you can have that kind of success. I think Dakota Kai would be a great candidate for Money in the Bank. But we'll see. Timmy Stratton, 25 years old. She's 25. She's called up this year. She'll be fine without Money in the Bank this year, okay? That's what I say. And I love for crying out loud, I love freaking Timmy Stratton. You guys know that. But I just think this year, give it to a veteran like Dakota Kai, who will, you know, why not, you know? That's what I say. So, bloody mess. All these women did their best, did well, and ultimately, Zoe Stark and Shayna won. So sometime down the line, we don't know when, it'll probably be on TV. Like it'll be a TV match, but sometime we're gonna get Zoe Stark and Shayna against Bianca and Jade. I was kind of upset that the Unholy Union was not in this match, but someone reminded me that they might want to do that match at Clash of the Castle, because I believe Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are both from Scotland. You want to put them on that card, right? Yep, Scottish. She's Scottish. So why not put the Scottish girls on Clash of the Castle against Bianca and Jade? Let them have that moment, that shine. I agree with that. So maybe Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark have a TV match against Bianca and Jade, and you put the Unholy Union on the PLE in Scotland at Clash of the Castle. Yeah, agreed. Hopefully Isla and Abba get that damn Clash of the Castle match. I agree. That'd be great. What's going on with Kyrie? Kyrie's been a mess for a while. Let's be honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or front. Kyrie Sane has been she's been rough for her. We all love Kyrie Sane. She's adorable and she's awesome and she loves the fans. She loves being here. She's energetic. She loves her job clearly, but she's been a little off, to say the least, in these matches. What can you say? You know, what can you say? What can we say? I don't know. So yeah, good match. Sonya wants to talk with the winners after the match. Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. We'll see where that leads to. Hopefully it's a good storyline. Ludwig Kaiser starts shitting on Sheamus. I don't know when that match is going to happen, but it'll be a good match. whenever they do Kaiser versus Sheamus, that'll be a good match. We don't know when it's going to happen though. But I'm looking forward to that. Solid stuff there. Drew McIntyre had a promo. Not much TV time for Drew McIntyre. They had Drew McIntyre on the back burner today. That's how it works. Sometimes you're in the forefront, sometimes you're in the back. This week, Drew McIntyre was in the background. He talked a little bit about Damian Priest spreading himself too thin. He compared Damian Priest to Seth Rollins, and that's why he's going to lose at Clash at Castle, but we'll see. But yeah, short TV time for Drew. Not much for Drew to do today. Not much on the show. I think he complained about it too. In the promo, he said, I'm not on the show, but you know, that's how it is. Chad Gable talked to the Creeds. That was a big time tease. You saw Chad Gable talking to the Creed brothers. I believe that is the stable going forward. That is a badass heel stable. The Creeds and Chad Gable. I want to see that immediately. Otis came up to him and he said, hey, I apologize to Sami Zayn. Like, oh yeah, you apologize? Great job. You're going to soften him up for me. You didn't mean that, right? Yeah, good job, buddy. Chad Gable is a jackass. Hopefully Otis turns on him soon so we can get Creed brothers with Chad Gable. Then the Creed brothers are going to beat up Tozawa and Otis. They're going to beat them up. And then hopefully they'll all hold gold because I want the Creeds to take the belts off of Awesome Truth. And then of course you get the final match of the show. We're talking about it already. Jake Uso came out there looking like $1 million with his great entrance and his yeeting and the lights going off and the hands going up like this. Good for Jey Uso. Gunther got the win. I believe Gunther was the right call. Gunther moves on to face Randy freaking Orton. Overall, good Raw. Not great, but good. Good stuff. Not complaining. Yeah, pretty much it. Later on this week, we'll be talking about the PLE, which is should be interesting. Happening in Saudi. For the record, SmackDown is also live in Saudi. So guess what? You will be spoiled on Friday if you're on Twitter. Unless you plan on watching it live. I believe the UK is showing it live. So if you find a UK stream, you know, watch it live. I think it's 1 o'clock Eastern time, United States. If you're home, you can go online and Google a stream for UK stream and watch it there. But beyond that, stay your ass off Twitter and social media because you will be spoiled because that thing is happening at 1 p.m. Eastern and they won't be showing it again until 8. That's 7 hours to be spoiled. 7 freaking hours to be spoiled on Twitter. 1 o'clock on Peacock. That's the PLE. Yeah. So the PLE is 1 o'clock on Peacock. SmackDown is 1 o'clock over there, but we won't get it until 8 p.m. But yeah, on Saturday, the PLE is live at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Should be fun. Should be good. But we'll talk about that later on. Maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I don't wait till Thursday to talk about the PLE. We'll talk PLE tomorrow, I think. Got my waves? Oh, you got your waves? Do me a favor, Richard. Shoot me that wave you got. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll figure it out. If not, I might have to reach out to some folks because I think I found a stream last time to watch it, but I don't know if I saved it. So, but yeah, you can find. There's ways to find certain streams to watch stuff illegally if you want to watch it. You know, just is the quality the best? No, not the best quality, but if you don't want to be spoiled and you want to watch it live, then that's what you got to do. You gotta watch it how you gotta watch it, you know, illegally. All right, folks, that's been it for this stream. Thanks so much for joining. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, leave a comment if you're watching this on replay. Yeah, it's been great. We're gonna talk about the PLE tomorrow, probably. Then next day or maybe Friday, we'll talk about Clash at the Castle. Oh yeah, isn't it when's AW's Double or Nothing? Isn't that this weekend? Double or Nothing. Yep. Oh, snap. It's Sunday. Oh, Sunday. I don't watch AW that much. The only thing I'll be interested in is what happens with Mercedes. And she's dead center in this damn poster. Dead center in this poster. Mercedes is. I think she wins the belt. But yeah, that should be interesting on Sunday, I guess. I'll be on Twitter, following it on Twitter. That's all. All right, folks. Thanks so much. Do me a favor, hit the like button again. And yeah, talk to you guys later. See you on the Twitters, okay? Go outside, go for a run though. Don't be on Twitter all day like me. Don't be like me, okay? I try not to. Just try not to be like me. Actually, I went walking last time. Maybe I'll go for a walk again. All right, talk too much. Later. Peace.